800,000 of these things in your algebra classes. Probably elimination is the best way to go. If you look at your choices over here, you find out that if you can get rid of one of the variables, there aren't other ones that match up as well. So you might be able to find the answer just by eliminating one of the variables. I would probably multiply the bottom equation by 3. Rewrite the top equation. 3x plus 4y equals negative 23. Negative 3x minus or plus 6y equals negative 57. You got to be able to do that without a calculator. No calculator there. 10x equals negative 80. Sorry. Divide by that. Do we have any x equals negative 8? Teacher made a mistake. Oh no, what do we do? Our answer is not there. You say, oh, go back and look. Teacher probably just set this up. Can't even read his own writing. That's a y. That's a y. Because I looked at my answer and saw y is negative 8. Okay, so be able to check your own answer. My grandpa was a carpenter, said, you know you're a good carpenter if you can repair your own mistake. Boom. That's the only choice. My time is of value, so I'm moving on. It's the only one where it matches up. You can go back and find the x if you want, if you have more time. Okay, number 10. Ax squared plus 24 equals g of x. G of x is just like a y. For the function a is a constant, g of 4 is 8. That means when you plug in 4 for x, you get 8. So that's 16a plus 24 equals 8. Solve. Subtract 24. 16a equals negative 16a equals negative 1. So you look and you say, oh, that's my answer. It's C. But the question is, what is the value of g of negative 4? So we just found A. So my equation is now negative 1x squared plus 24. I have to plug in negative 4 for x. If you haven't had algebra 2 yet, that question might have got you. Negative 4 squared plus 24. Negative 4 squared is 16. Negative 16 plus 24 is 8. The other way you might have figured this out is if you're squaring negative 4 and you're squaring positive 4, you get the same value. You don't always get to that until you have a chance to look back on it. Okay, system of equations. B and C represent the price per pound in beef and chicken. X weeks after July 1st of the summer. What was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price of pound per chicken? So in other words, when does beef 2.35 plus 0.25x equal chicken? Beef never equals chicken, except in this problem. Otherwise, no way beef equals chicken. Everybody has their opinions about what's healthier and delicious. So I need to solve this system of equation, or this equation. If you're scared of all the decimals, multiply everything by 100. Make this 235. Make this 25. Make this 175. Make this 40. In other words, you're moving a decimal point over 2 places. That's not so scary. Subtract 25x, subtract 25x, 15x, 235, 175, subtract 175, 15x equals 60. X equals 4. So go back to the question. You go, 4 is not here. Oh no, 4 is not here. What was the price of beef when X was 4? So you got to go back up to your beef equation. It's what's for dinner right here. And plug in 4. 4 times a quarter is $1. Plus 235 is 335. It's the price of beef. Choice D. A line in the XY plane passes through the origin, has a slope of 1/7. Okay. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals 1/7 x plus b. Which of the following points lies on that line? So you have to think about whether you could have a slope of 1/7 in one of these with going through the origin. Okay, so if it goes through the origin, that means that there's a point 0, 0 that's on your graph. And any of these have to have a slope of 1/7 from that. Well, this is over 1 and up 7. That doesn't have a slope of 1/7. Up 7 over 7. That doesn't have a slope. Slope is rise over run. So if we're going from 0 to 14.2, we have a rise of 14 or a rise of 2 and a run of 14. That's 1/7. If you're going from over 1 and up 7, that's a rise of 7 over run of 1. You could also plug this in, plug in 0, 0 and get that. I think it's easier just to make a picture and say, okay, I did a lot of slope in my life. Where does these numbers fall? Okay, I didn't make a very good 14.2. Couple key things just to think about as you finish this round of these up. Don't ever spend too much time on one question. Go on to the next. Come back when you have time. You can make yourself little marks and notes about problems that you have time to come back and get the answer for, but you just don't know what you're doing. You need more time, or you can come back and say, I got it down to these two, I'm going to need a guess. All right, and we'll talk about some of those later on, some of those other different hints and helps. But you can improve your score by knowing something about the test. The last thing is that sometimes it helps to make sure you wake yourself up. And in this case, I wake myself up by throwing a spider on your screen and scaring you. Goodbye.